Hi, I'm Greg with Fizzics Group, here with Evan, the lead brewer at Lakefront Brewery in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Evan, thanks for having us here today.
Hey.
Cheers. So tell us a little bit about what we're drinking here today.
Well, this is our Eastside Dark. This is our Munich Dunkel lager, which is kind of repetitive, sounds a lot like dark, but it's actually pretty light for a dark beer. It's one of our most awarded beers. We got a gold European Beer Star in 2013, and then last year in 2015 at the Great American Beer Festival, it won a bronze for American Dunkel style.
It's very good, yeah. So tell us how you got into brewing.
I got into brewing actually, weirdly enough, I worked at a restaurant. It's like a worldly beer restaurant, and I refused to work night shifts. And so I wanted to be one of the top beer sellers lunch shift, and so I had to sell beers to people that came into lunch. So I had to describe the flavors instead of like, oh, this beer is high in alcohol, or oh, this beer tastes really good. I had to describe all the malts and flavors and things like that. So because of that, they got me some classes, and I did these classes, and then I taught beer classes through this restaurant. And then I was sick of waiting tables, and so I came here to the brewery and applied for a job, and they gave it to me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great trip, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
What would you say is Lakefront's approach to craft beer?
Their approach to craft beer would have to be pretty old school European. They like the old school lagers, the Czech style Pilsner, the Dunkel beer, the Vienna lager. So they started with old dairy tanks, so they learned how to lager really well. We're in Wisconsin, it's cold most of the time, so learning how to lager. And then from there they went on to the ales, and so now with technology we can do a lot more ales. But they did the whole old school European thing for a really long time.
Oh, they're doing a great job at it. And I've heard a lot about this Black Friday beer. Could you tell us a little bit about how that idea got started and if you anticipated the great success it's had?
Yeah, we started out with a beer that wasn't really sellerable. It was Imperial Black IPA. So we switched over to what is now our Imperial Barrel Aged Stout, and it's only sold on Black Fridays. We were a little worried at first. We had a big line and it sold out right away, and so that was pretty cool. And then the next year we kind of tweaked it, made some more beer, didn't get as many people as we thought we would. And then when we switched over to the stout, the lines, the press, the beer has been selling before 10 in the morning. So it's pretty cool.
Can you tell us about any upcoming projects you have going on here at Lakefront?
Some long-term projects that we've been doing for a while now is the My Turn series. So every full-time employee here at the brewery gets to make their own beer. They sit down with the head brewer, they create a recipe and figure out what flavors they want and what type how they want to sell it, when they want to sell it, what time of year. So we just did the most recent My Turn series. We brewed it today. That was my shift today. We brewed the My Turn Latif. So that's going to be an organic double chocolate stout, and that's going to come out in October, and that'll be until the end of the year. And then after that, we'll have another My Turn series.
What's the major difference you've noticed between dispensing a beer with the Fizzics draft system versus a normal hand pour from a can or bottle?
Well, you get that really nice head. It's like big and thick. You got the different type of foam going on to keep the different levels. Gives it a lot more aeration and kind of keeps the CO2 in there, which is really nice. So also I noticed that it gives it a lot smoother feel, mouth feel, better flavors come out. It was insane just tasting the Eastside Dark out of the tap and the Eastside Dark out of the Fizzics. It's like you got a lot more of that Munich malt, a lot more of that chocolate flavor that came out of there just from the Fizzics one. And I mean, I love this beer as it is, but all of a sudden it just came to a new level, and I found a new appreciation for it out of this Fizzics system.
If you could have a beer
This is the toughest one.
with anybody living or dead, who would it be?
So, I've been thinking about this question for a while, and if it had to be back in their time, I would have to go with William Shakespeare or Queen Elizabeth I. So, and that's when beer really came to be what it is now. So it'd be cool to have like a beer with them in their time, like their style of beer. But if it came to the living, I would have to go with a musician. Really not really all that well known. His name is Thomas Kalnacki. So he's a lead singer, guitar player, songwriter for one of my favorite bands. They're a ska band, Streetlight Manifesto. And if I could, I'd just have a beer with him and just ask him a load of questions.
Well, thanks for having us here today, man.
Hey,
Cheers.
thank you. It was a pleasure.